starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
In a world full of liberal nut jobs, these three men speak for truth, justice, and the American way. And the occasional dick joke. Send the kids to bed and tell Grandma to cover her ears. Because here's your host, Vets with Vendettas. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Vets with Vendettas. Thank you, my voiceover guy. That wasn't me or anything. Wink, wink. You can tell it was me at the end. I'm like, because I was trying to, I didn't alter the voice. Anyway, Hey, guys, welcome to the show. We're going to have a great show today. We're going to talk about current events as usual, what the fuck news. And our topic for today is going to be things, crazy things you've seen all over America, like the road trips, things like that.
Great things that people don't realize exist in their own country.
Right. I mean, you could be driving on a Route 66 and go, what the hell is, I got to see what this is.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All guys, before we get started, please hit the thumbs up. If you like us, hit the thumbs down. If you don't, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Just a quick little announcement. They haven't really cracking down on YouTube channels. If you talk about any election stuff, the V word, anytime that picks up on algorithm, they're going to basically just can you. You're done. So I still been putting all of our episodes on Rumble. Everything's up there. If somehow you click on us and we're gone, go to Rumble.
Yeah.
Vets with Vendettas. You'll
fuck vaccines. Fuck vaccines.
Okay. We just got banned immediately. Dickhead, not even 2 minutes in the show.
I had to.
All right, guys. Let's start off with our my favorite segment.
What the fuck?
That's right. That's right.
On to you, Diggy.
It's me, Diggleton.
Diggleton. I like that.
And if you share my screen, this one right out of the bat is fucking hilarious. Do you see this?
Facebook apologized for its labels.
For its AI labels of black men as primates.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Mistake? I fucking doubt it. Okay, so anyway, this is what happened. Facebook issued an apology on behalf of its artificial intelligence software that asked users watching a video featuring black men if they wanted to see more videos about primates.
So the computer program is racist.
Apparently.
Well, whoever programmed that
Exactly.
is a racist bastard.
So the social media giant has since disabled the topic recommendation feature and says it's investigating the cause of the error. But the video has been online for more than a year now. So basically, the video, uploaded by the Daily Mail on June 27, 2020, documented an encounter between a white man and a group of black men who were celebrating a birthday. The clip captures the white man allegedly calling 911 to report that he's being harassed by a bunch of black men. Before cutting to an unrelated video, that video showed police officers arresting a black tenant at his own home. Then it goes on and says, former Facebook employee Darcy Groves tweeted about the error on Thursday after a friend clued her in on the misidentification. She shared a screenshot of the video that captured Facebook's keep seeing videos about primates.
Was her last name Gross?
Groves.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I thought he said gross too.
Gross. Okay.
Really? Like, would you like to see more videos about primates? That's not an accident.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Like,
I
could have been
don't
like,
even know what to say.
would you like to see more videos about black jelly beans? Something.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Black licorice. It's disgusting.
How about just fucking dudes, man? You know,
you're like, oh, we apologize.
Fuck. Yeah, that's gonna do anything.
You don't apologize for
black guys still going, I accept their apology. I'm okay.
Right.
Hell no.
You going down.
Okay, nutty squirt. Oh, why does this thing keep up?
Just hit the little X on the. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, nutty squirrel leaves 42 gallons of nuts in man's Chevy Avalanche.
42 gallons.
42 gallons. Now, here's the second story. The one story I saw before I go into the story and the pictures is this woman had her car towed to the dealership because she couldn't shift the car out of park. So there's a video on Facebook of the mechanics popping the hood, and literally every space you could see was filled with walnuts.
Holy shit.
Every single space in the fenders, on the engine, on underneath, it's shoved in every nook and cranny.
I've seen cats climb into engines and things like that, but never like, nuts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I up here, I actually have a ton of fucking black walnut trees in my yard.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll find them, here and there. But I mean, dude, you have to leave your vehicle alone, not starting for a long fucking time for that to happen.
That's what happened. Yeah. Okay, so it says a squirrel in Fargo, North Dakota is really nuts for walnuts to the point where it collected 42 gallons of the snack and stored them in a local man's Chevy Avalanche. Bill Fisher said he came home from a 4-day work trip earlier this month and discovered that his truck was filled with black walnuts, each roughly the size.
So wait a minute. So are
days.
They actually black? The color black? Or they just call them black?
Yeah, the insides are black.
Yeah.
Okay. But
you don't want to call them white and be a.
Well, no, I mean, like what it is
one more thing what he's got.
they get that name because the juice. Like the juice on the inside will actually dye stuff black.
Gotcha.
Like I use it for my traps where I boil the husk and then dip my traps in it and it actually colors them black.
Yeah.
Do these people not check their oil?
Yeah, really, dude.
Let's sit there.
He was gone 4 days just on a business trip.
That's 4 days.
4 days.
I would have thought like a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
No, this winter. We're fucking
right,
set.
It wasn't just
Reggie, we're set, bro.
It was him, Frank, and Bob.
Look, I don't know what this thing is, but we're putting our nuts in it.
Did we just find another character for our show?
Dude, there's no way that they did that in 4 days.
Dude, I believe it. Like you imagine, like every nut they're just like, oh, back to the truck.
We have to go non-stop for 4 days.
Back to the truck.
It's definitely a slow news day. We're talking about squirrel nuts,
right?
Squirrel nuts. But yeah. So, dude, like you can even see in this, he had to take his fenders off. They were literally.
Damn.
Yeah. If you guys can't, people are just listening to this because I know a lot of people just listen to it like on Spotify, or whatever. It's it's a big SUV, and they look like what are they 5-gallon buckets?
Yeah. He has,
seven
5-gallon buckets
full of these nuts that look like they're as big as baseballs.
Black walnuts. Yeah.
He literally had to take the entire front end of his truck off to get all the nuts out.
They're black walnuts with the husk still on.
Yeah.
So a little bit bigger than like a golf ball, a little bit smaller than a baseball.
Yeah. But
now if they're a white nuts, it'd be a lot smaller.
Speak for yourself there, buddy.
Not a joke in there, guys.
And also, this is unrelated. Well, kind of unrelated, but right after the story I saw on Facebook, I saw another article where this car manufacturing company, and you know what's crazy because we dealt with this when we worked at Honda together up in Langhorne, but this whatever manufacturer, I don't remember who it was using a type of insulated wire that drives squirrels nuts. Like they think it's delicious. So they're having a problem somewhere where these squirrels are just eating through wires because they're just like, this shit is amazing.
You got to try this yellow one, man.
I mean,
stay away from the black one. That's a liquor.
Don't touch the red. Don't touch the red.
Touch the red. Let's go like here.
Next story. Bronx Zoo visitors go bananas watching gorillas engage in oral sex.
Very nice.
Which I mean, I don't think we can show the little video here, but
and here's a picture of them.
That looks like me and my ex engaging in oral sex. Damn.
Well, that's their mating
right?
She's like, no.
Just put your mouth on it.
So I mean, it's just people at the zoo were just watching these gorillas just
hey, you
Hey, man, what else do they have to do?
I mean,
They're-
what
Dude, they're enclosed. All right,
They're
they get
wrestling.
free food, free water. All right, people
And a
walking
sex
by,
show.
whatever, man. You know,
Yeah.
put a fucking, you know,
There's
Put
like
a-
a skeezy guy with like a little curtain going.
yeah, just put a
$10 to
curtain
see
up.
a show.
Oh God. But I mean, with primates being as close to us, as far as genetics and intelligence,
Right.
it just goes to show you that sometimes you want your wiener licked.
So,
Right.
So do you think they pull hair?
Yeah, why not?
The pull. So it's
You know what?
spank.
They probably do
It-
even more.
Do it, girl.
Well, I mean, like there's those
Ah.
primates on like the Congo that watch fishermen, and they actually mimic fishing with a pole and shit. It's
Oh, I didn't know that.
crazy
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, here's a better picture for you right here. Like
Yeah, they can start to-
straight.
Can you blow that up? A little bit?
Oh yeah, dude, they're getting into it too.
No, I don't want TMZ. That's terrible news.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, fuck. You fucked it all up.
I don't know.
Oh
that.
jeez.
I don't know.
Yeah,
All right, I'm getting out of there. I don't want to see that shit.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm
here we
getting
go.
sick.
Gorillas perform oral sex at Bronx Zoo, and humans are horrified. Horrified?
Horrified.
No way.
Come on.
Like,
How do you think you got here?
no different. This is a furry version of Pornhub.
Right.
Maybe they were Mormons visiting that day. What is this?
Oh Jesus!
Enjoy the show. Fuck it.
Oh man! I mean, that actually looks like a female.
And then on the drive
Dude.
home, he's like, "Hey, you know what those monkeys were doing?"
Dude, just look, man. Dude, it's a
Young.
hairy Christina Aguilera. There you go, bud.
Yeah, there you go. But that's nuts. Whatever.
Oh, okay, I think we spent too much time on the monkey sex.
All right, here we go. A crypto trading hamster performs better than Warren Buffett and the S&P 500.
A crypto.
Way to
This
go.
one is pretty dope. So you got the hamster here. He runs on his wheel, and then he walks through one of two tubes here. One
Okay.
is sell, one is buy.
That motherfucker doesn't know shit. He's just going through a tube.
But he apparently is doing really well. So it says, what if we told you there was a hamster who has been trading cryptocurrencies since June and recently was doing better than Warren Buffett and the S&P 500?
Chance.
Mr. Gox, 2 X's, a hamster who works out of what is possibly the most high-tech hamster cage in existence. It's designed so that when Mr. Gox runs on the hamster wheel, he can select among dozens of cryptocurrencies. Then, deciding between the two tunnels, he chooses whether to buy or to sell. According to the Twitch account for the hamster, his decision is sent over to a real trading platform, and yes, real money is involved.
Dude, that's somebody who's got a lot of money and nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, honest to
Mr.
God.
Gox, make me money!
Shit,
Right.
I just realized I didn't do the intros for you guys. That doesn't
I
matter.
noticed that, but I was like, whatever, we'll keep going. I'm Diggy.
Should have said something to me.
I'm Diggy, in case you didn't know.
What the fuck?
But it says, look, we're not telling you to follow in this hamster's financial decisions or that this process is scientific in any way. The human behind the hamster's account and money has not been made public. But what we can tell you is his portfolio is up nearly 20% since he started trading in June,
That's
according
not
to his
bad.
Twitter account. And as of September 12th, Mr. Gox was performing better than Bitcoin, the NASDAQ 100, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, and the S&P 500.
Yeah, but it could be a giant lie too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. To say. You took the words. I'm like, this could
Sorry.
be all bullshit.
It could be. But I want to believe the trading little guy. I'm going to watch this
All right,
shit
well,
live.
before we go any further, Diggs,
Yo.
done. All right, there we go.
And Lee.
And me.
Yeah, so that's all I've got. That's
Oh,
my,
hey,
what the fuck I
here's
do.
my intro.
Rick roll. Rick roll. Okay, yeah. That's all I got for
All right, that's gonna be.
WTF news.
All right, let me remove that, and that's gonna be our what the.
What the fuck?
Got a little trigger happy there. All right, guys. Leroy gave us an update last week. I didn't play because didn't have time to record it. So, Leroy, we're going to check up on his status in his prison. What we got for us, Leroy? Leroy, tell us how you're doing on your second week in prison.
Hey, man. You need to get me out of here, bro. I don't think I can make it another week. Use some of that white privilege I keep hearing about and get me out of here.
That's not how white privilege works, my friend.
Damn it.
What are you freaking out about?
Man, Leroy's surrounded by the worst kinds of criminal scumming.
What do you mean?
Oh, you got tax evaders, inside traders. You know those little tags on the beds? People that rip them off, they're in like the A block. That's like the worst block.
It sounds like you're in a white collar prison.
That makes sense. There's a shit ton of honkies in here.
Okay, well, what other issues are you having?
Man, they only give us T-bone steaks for dinner with no A1 sauce. Man, Leroy only eats filet. Also, we only get 1 hour of arts and crafts time a day. They don't have any free weights in the gym, which is some bullshit. Leroy needs to get his swole on.
Well, you only got 1 week left, so hang in there, buddy.
Hey, Leroy. Lance lost a cue ball in the rec room again.
That mother cock-sucking mother son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill him. See what I mean? It's hell in here. All right, guys. I gotta talk to you next week. Leroy's gotta go stab a bitch.
It sounds like he's got it really rough in there, guys.
Yeah.
Let's play right for
No
you.
fucking A1 sauce.
A1 sauce. What the
Dude,
fuck?
you fucking
Working steak, you don't need A1.
No, you really don't.
Typical black guy.
that's not how white privilege works.
Well, he only gets T-bones, though. I mean, what the fuck's that? God, what is this world coming to? He only gets
Oh
T-bones.
shit.
All right, guys, let's move on to our current events. Whoops, sorry. Trigger happy today. All right, Brian, you're going to bend corners with the nose.
All right, folks, man. Slowly but surely, the Biden administration is trying to push us into a communist nation. If you want to, you don't have to share it. It's all right. His nominee for Treasury Department comptroller, Salu, something like that, Omavar. First of all, okay, she is from the Soviet Union, pre-communist. Okay, so during the whole communist revolution and shit, she was there. Right. And, it's saying she was born in the Soviet Union, graduated from Moscow State University in 1989 on the Lenin Personal Academic Scholarship. So, just saying. Second of all, after communists collapsed, she came to the United States in hope of reviving it here by becoming a professor at Cornell University of Law. All right, first of all, if people don't understand, basically she would be in charge of the banks and currency. Okay, that's what the Treasury Department comptroller is. And she excuse me. Yeah, a comptroller of currency. She's USSR born, educated professor who has praised the former Soviet Union's lack of gender gap pay while recently advocating for ending banking as we know it. Basically, by moving American finances from private banks to the Federal Reserve. Folks, this should scare the shit out of you. Okay?
Everyone,
that means all your local banks and
bye-bye.
They're gone. Every single one of them are going to be led by the Federal Reserve, a legally established fucking establishment.
Yeah,
and
not part of the government. They're a private entity, as we said before.
Exactly. And so basically, in other words, banks will not be special anymore, she wrote, advocating for separating their lending function from their monetary function.
And in case you're wondering, what do we mean by "this should scare you"? They want more control. How do you control the populace? The best way is through the monetary system. And this is, if they could control your transactions, your money, they can control you. And everyone.
Right.
And if you think they can't do that or will not do that, just look what's happening all around the world, especially Australia, Canada,
especially Australia.
Right.
Australia.
I mean, not
testing ground.
Yes.
Right. Not to mention, currency and lending are the engines of capitalism. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you take those away, we might as well be fucking Cuba.
Yeah.
And again, man, it's another chess piece moved on the board towards a socialist communist regime. And, if you people aren't fucking awake yet, open your damn eyes, man, because go for it.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to make my stand before, the best way to go in the direction that they're going, there's not much we can do other than buy cryptocurrency, buy gold and silver, get your money out of the system.
Right.
That's the only way you can do it. I mean, I'm hopefully, there's private companies that will pay us in crypto or whatever, because these CBDCs that they're trying to push out, that's control. That's how they go. Oh yeah, you don't want to take the vax, you don't want to have a vaccine passport,
right?
They're going to close down your bank account. You get no
right.
money.
Yeah,
just saying.
So
and
look into that.
That kind of goes on to my next point. Moving into a communist socialist economy, government, California are now making it legal, not just legal, but I believe mandatory for legal gun owner information to be put out online.
Like what?
Okay.
What do you mean by gun information? Like what they have, how much?
All right. So it says Governor Gavin Newsom signed Assembly Bill 173 into law on Thursday. The bill requires that California Department of Justice to supply information identifying firearms and ammunition purchases to a newly created research center at the University of California, Davis, or any other university that requests them. Okay. The information includes details such as the buyer's name, address, date of birth, what they purchased, when and where they bought it, and more. Folks, again, this is scary shit, man. I'm sure you've all heard of doxing, where these fucking crybabies put your information out there and people basically harass the shit out of you.
Oh, I thought that was like when two women.
No, docking is when two guys put their old chaps together.
Oh, old chaps together.
But again, because they can't actually come out and confiscate firearms. They can't stop us from purchasing them because it is a constitutional protected law.
Right.
Protected right, rather.
Yeah.
So,
and just remember who voted for this stuff. All Republicans, Democrats, mostly Republicans. They're worse than Democrats. At least they don't pretend to be who they are. Right. These rhinos, the ones that voted on the red flag laws, like Dan Crenshaw, who's supposed to be a Navy SEAL, supposed to be pro-America. He's a fucking scumbag. If we can get these people out.
Right.
They don't deserve to be there.
But it basically says that that represents an unprecedented sharing of legal gun owners' confidential information by the state. It's unclear why researchers need detailed information or detailed personal information about gun owners' identities to look at gun violence, how they would use it, or how the state would ensure to keep it confidential while being shared with other colleges and universities across America. They gave no reason for it. None. They couldn't. Because there is none. The only good reason they have is so that they can fucking harass people.
Right. They want to turn us into Australia. That's
right.
Look what's happening there.
What? And all it's going to do is it's going to fill people with fear, fear about purchasing firearms and ammunition. Because as soon as you go out and purchase it, your name's up on a list. Name, birthday, address. You know what I mean? And
that's legal.
Right. But they say that it's for research for firearm violence.
Oh, right. And this whole fucking
for your safety.
And this whole this mileage tax that it's a piloted program. This is what they do. They sneak shit in the bill. They say it's pilot, and then 2 years later, oh yeah, you have to now claim all your mileage when you drive.
Right.
Yeah. For someone like me, that's my job. I'm an outside rep. I'm on the road 4 to 5 days a week, drive like almost 800 to 900 miles a week.
Right.
That's going to kill me.
I don't know, just not real quick, but on Tucker Carlson's show, they said on that new bill, that 2,500 page bill on page 150, whatever, it clearly states that their intention is to bankrupt any company who employs an unvaccinated person.
Yeah.
So
how is that American or right?
So right there on page 156 or whatever, Tucker Carlson shows that it says if you're one of those employers who has over 100 employees and one person isn't vaccinated, the penalty for not having that person vaccinated is $700,000.
God damn, man.
Which makes total sense that all these hospitals and places that are doing it out of fear, like, oh well, I'm not getting, I'm not going to get bankrupt for not having an employee, but at the same time,
like, fire them.
You're going to get sued. Like,
right.
Either way, you're fucked.
Yes,
pretty much.
And so either way, you're fucked. But at the same time, like everybody grab their nuts.
What
Washington.
What these companies can do is what a lot of these some of these restaurants did, some around here, is they got fined, but they told them to go pound sand. They didn't pay it.
Right.
Yep.
That's what these companies need to do. Like, you want to fine us? Go ahead. You ain't getting any money.
Exactly.
What are you going to do? Come here, force us to close? They can't do that.
Exactly.
76 people unvaccinated. What is that? Fucking $7.9 million.
Exactly.
It's like, you're like, no.
Which
we're not paying it. Like, who's going to enforce the payment?
Right.
Nobody.
Which kind of brings me to my next point. Biden is threatening to fire unvaccinated border agents, but unvaccinated illegals are still welcome.
Oh, of course.
Does that make any sense to anyone?
No. None at all. I mean, we've got a caravan of 55,000 unvaccinated Haitians heading our way, and they're threatening to fire the people who actually fucking guard our borders.
Think about this.
What?
The people that keep our border secure are being fired for being unvaccinated in a time where God knows what could come across the border.
Right.
That's not even the most important one. We're firing nurses and healthcare workers in the middle of a pandemic.
Wink, wink.
Where we need them the most.
And over a year ago,
does that make sense?
Right. And over a year ago, they were fine. They were heroes.
God,
and
Biden had video. This is and they were whatever.
And they were doing fucking dances and
exactly. So they went from heroes to liabilities.
Oh, you forgot Quirk. You forgot Dancing Fools.
Yeah.
Right.
They went from heroes to liabilities in a matter of 6 months.
Yep.
And the shitty part is, who knows? But if you get fired for not getting vaccinated, you can't collect unemployment.
Oh, and they want to replace. I have nothing against Navy docs. Okay, maybe I do. But they want to replace the workers with National Guard people. Like,
I saw that.
What kind of training do these people have?
Exactly.
Is it guy like, yeah, you're a mechanic, right? Yeah, we need you to stick a needle in somebody.
Exactly.
Like,
right.
Their plan is, all these healthcare workers that we're letting go, we'll just use the National Guard. And it was like people from one country. I gotta. It was like Guam, like women, like Guam. I don't know. Somewhere they were like, we're gonna fly in a bunch of people. Like, does that make sense? Like,
no, and what it sounds like to me is it sounds like they're moving chess pieces in. God, I'm having a fucking hard day today. It sounds to me like they're moving pieces into position to get ready for martial law. Is what it sounds like to me.
Are you talking about like the good guys or the bad guys?
The bad guys, the Democrats, the fucking.
Can we talk about the fact, just real quick? Can we talk about the fact that you're going to be forcing a military force in which only 20% supported Biden you're trying to get 80%. You're trying to get the military, who only 20% supported Biden, to do bad shit to its own people.
Right.
Do they really think this is going to fly?
Well, not to mention you have lawsuits against Navy SEALs, I believe it was, either Navy SEALs or some special operations community, because they didn't want to get, they had exemptions, either medical or religious exemptions, but because they're not being vaccinated or because they choose not to be vaccinated, now they can no longer be deployed. So now you are stopping the elite, our elite, from doing their fucking job because you're throwing a fit.
Do you?
I mean, we all know what. Well, at least three of us know what they're doing.
Do you think, as a fucking United States congressman or congresswoman, that you want to fucking piss off Navy SEALs,
right,
or Delta?
Right.
All they do is kill and kill efficiently.
One team can take out a whole Congress within minutes.
Like, do you really want to pick that fight?
They kill, eat, sleep, and shit.
You trained with our money.
Well, I will say this, you're the more you keep pushing people, and then I said this probably last week, and it's going to come to the point where no matter what Trump says, he's like, oh, peaceful. It's going to come to the point where, and this is to say, for example, I'm just going to be like, I don't care anymore. How long is it going to be before? How much shit do we have to take before, that's it. We need to go do something.
Right. I
absolutely
agree.
No more pussyfooting around. Let's wait for the military to come in and take care of us. There's no more. No, fuck that. Either you do something now, or you'll have millions of fucking vets with guns in front of the goddamn Capitol again. You'll have a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
So
and then
do something.
And then you want to see an actual insurrection? Yeah, buddy. Just saying, fucking January 6th wasn't
what's going to happen. You keep pushing people.
And not to mention,
oh boy, I'm blowing. The more I talk about it, the more I just get upsetting, dude.
And then not to mention, we have fucking President Biden staging a fucking vaccine in front of a fucking fake Oval Office.
Well, I don't really care about that. And the whole
but still, we're supposed to trust these people, and we're supposed to be able to, believe what they're saying.
I was hoping that nurse would stab him in the fucking eye with that.
That's what I'm saying.
My bad.
But it's like, I read another article where it was saying, or no, not an article. Oh, who was it? Basketball player, I believe, was saying he didn't want to get the vaccine because he had already had COVID.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that came out.
But basically, he broke it down to where next flu season, the people who have been vaccinated are going to be fucked because of what the RNA vaccine is doing to their bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, the what they call it, the viral load or something like that.
Right.
I don't really know.
It's like autoimmune deficiency.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's basically pushing the virus into everywhere. Instead of keeping it localized and allowing your white blood cells to actually do their job.
We need to get someone on here that knows more of the technical stuff than we do. I'll have to bring like Jen back on or somebody.
That would be awesome. But
I'm gonna give her a reach out.
Here's something. This is just something I thought of real crazy, right? Like, so they come out with this Marvel movie about Thanos.
Yeah.
And his whole deal is just fucking half. He goes around the fucking galaxy and just half.
Yeah,
population's gone. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's fucking greatest movie ever!" But like, That's literally what's happening. Like,
Yup.
I feel like there's connections between movies and reality. Like,
Oh yeah.
It's not coincidence that was the plot. Like, you could have, I mean, this guy could fucking be able to like fart out whales or something. Like,
Dude, that came out.
Anything.
Dude, that came out in like the 70s or something like that. Project Mockingbird, where the CIA basically leaked certain information to mainstream media and entertainment, and they kind of trickle it out there.
Right.
Well, it goes back to when we did the Simpsons prediction thing, where the creator Matt Groening, he's part of the he's a Freemason, for Christ's sake.
Right.
I mean, it's not a secret, which is funny. It's supposed to be a secret society. Right. But it's not a secret. Like,
but
secret's out, buddy.
But I'm like, you just basically subconsciously place something in someone's mind, like whether you were for or against Thanos as a fan of the movie. Some people were like, I get it. Fucking, you know, his logic will just fucking snap his little finger and kill off half the planet. Cool. Then you got people like, fuck that. But like, either way, it's now in your brain that's that, you know, thing.
I know what you're saying.
Is capable. And now dude, I'm telling you, like, every one of my friends that I served with and I saw on Facebook and there, or friends back home in Virginia, they're like, I'm vaccinated, blah. I'm just like,
good luck.
Yeah, for real, man.
Seriously.
Next time you get sick.
No,
right.
I
Keep real, bro. Like,
2 coworkers that got it, and just because they felt like they wanted to get back to normal, like, oh, I want to go to concerts, I want to be able to go back to life, because that's what they were saying in the beginning. Remember,
right?
Like, oh, to get back to life, you gotta get the shot, and people are like, oh, well, I want to get back to normal. Yeah,
because it's fear.
Hey, whatever.
It's fear and pandering, is what it is. And again, if it was that fucking serious, which kind of brings me to my last news article here, is if it was that serious, then the Democrats wouldn't be voting against testing illegal immigrants entering the U.S.
Right.
Because guess what? They are.
And it should tell anyone, even the most skeptic person, if just New York alone, 83,000 healthcare workers are leaving.
Yep.
Because they trained for years, great paying job. They're getting fired and leaving on their own
with no unemployment
because of a vaccine. What does that tell you?
Right,
exactly.
And that's just one city.
That's just one city.
Right.
That's happening everywhere.
One city. I know. I Uber sometimes. I picked up a nurse who was on her way to work. I dropped her off at LGH, and she was, she was like, oh, I work in whatever department, and I said, how many people quit so far? And she was like 63.
Wow.
Like, she already knew. Like, she already knows. She was like, it's crazy.
That's probably like half the staff.
Yeah. Like,
right.
I'm like, and that's just one hospital.
That's a little hospital in Lancaster.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, it's happening nationwide.
And they were still short staffed from last year.
Nurses have never been fully staffed since the beginning of the job.
Right.
You know,
even before the pandemic, they were short staffed.
Before that,
right.
But again, you can never get enough. Sally's on.
But again, if they were that serious about it,
okay, yeah, bum my God.
If it was that serious, you wouldn't have Norway coming back saying that they reclassified COVID.
Oh my God,
into the same category as the flu. Okay.
I thought you were going to say something.
And you know what? No. I mean, Davey would be fucking great to bring on because his wife is a nurse.
Yeah.
I talked to him before. She's an RN. I mean, maybe you can say it through like chat or whatever, since we don't have them on, but like, was your wife forced to get vaccinated, or, you know, what's going on with that?
Or tell his wife maybe next week that she'll come on for a few minutes.
Yeah.
To talk to us. You know, if she doesn't
mind. Yeah.
She's not afraid, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
get nervous on camera, you know?
Yeah.
But like you were saying, if more people stood up and just said no, said enough is enough, there is nothing they can fucking do about it.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 options here. There's mass disobedience, non-compliance, or you raise up arms and you physically remove people in office. But that's a shitstorm. I mean, I think that's what they want, so they can call martial law. But
right.
That's just, you know.
I seriously, okay, like maybe it's my medication.
Roids
before the meds, like I would just fucking, my blood pressure would raise. And now I try and stay zen no matter what. But I seriously saw a fucking picture on Facebook that said, "What are we doing?" It was like, "Tyler, what are we doing?" It's like a meme. 2 kids playing instruments. One was playing the flute. One was playing like or something, with the mask on, with this entire portion cut out.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or people eating, out to eat like that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Salas, man. That's a fucking shame, dude.
She had to get it today or lose her job soon, and she wasn't happy about getting the vax, but she didn't want it.
That's a shame, though. Yeah, but what else is she supposed to do? Fucking, I mean, that's a lost income, man. Bills start stacking up.
Like hospitals that are not doing it. That, as far as I know, maybe there is.
I haven't heard any.
There could be. I don't know.
But still, I mean, it puts them in a hell.
Like, there's not like there's tons of hospitals, not doing it, saying, "Oh, come work for us,"
Right.
Think about this though. Let's just take LGH for example. LGH basically says, "Fuck you, Biden. Fuck you, government.
Mm-hmm.
We're not firing anybody." Right? How bad will it look when they come in and physically shut down the only hospital in this city because they failed to comply? Like, I think the blowback from that would be way worse.
Well, it's going to happen. It's going to come to a point where like there's going to be a lot of sick people. I'm not talking about like COVID sick. I'm talking about like people with cancer and other things that go on with people get sick from. They're going to go in and someone's going to die in a waiting room or die, just waiting.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not talking about the admission, I'm not all the hospitals' fault because they're the ones complying with this bullshit.
Exactly.
Yep.
And they shoot out of fucking oblivion.
It's already happened. There was a place that they couldn't even deliver kids anymore because they were short on nurses.
Right.
They quit because they're not getting vaccinated.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you have to hire a stripper pole bus to take kids to school. Then you know something's wrong.
True story, man.
So that show we did the story last week.
No, true story though. Everything is shorthanded right now because people are getting fed up with this. They are saying, I will no longer allow you to fucking scare me into compliancy, because that's exactly what it is. They sit there and push it and push it and push it. Now you got penalties. First, it started out as bribery. Then it turned into penalties. And now they're threatening to call in the fucking National Guard for it.
Right. If it's so safe and it works, you don't do what you're doing. You don't need to.
No.
And you don't. It's the National Guard. You don't have enough fucking people in the National Guard to do this shit.
No, you don't.
No.
No. A lot of these National Guard, they work in the civilian field.
Right.
Because they're National Guard.
Right.
Well, again, though, us three were all fucking active duty. Am I? Yeah.
Yeah. 5 years.
Would you ever harm a civilian just because you were told to do so?
No.
Exactly. I don't know anyone that would.
And that's why I saw that article. It was like on Tucker Carlson, how they were trying to establish who in the military supported Biden and who didn't. Like they wanted it.
Oh, right. They did that investigation for white nationalists, even though white nationalist means a patriot, someone likes their country.
Right.
Fucking idiots. Okay, we're running really long on this. We're already at like 43 minutes. I say 43 because we had like 3 minutes of just the music. But anyway, all right, guys. Do we have anything else on any other news stories?
No, my blood pressure's fucking going through.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to be our. We're going to call what current events, but that was more like a current rant.
My penis.
Rage!
I love it, dude. Right
news.
right on the back end of
guys. Rage news.
Yeah.
Right on the back end of that, all I hear is Diggs, my penis.
Of course. That's why I said it in the intro. And some good jokes. All right, guys, we're gonna go to our topic here. All right. Who wants to go first?
If you don't mind, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Just because I actually have specific ones written down. If you want to show my screen,
Princess Corner.
So my first one is called Jules Undersea Lodge in Key Largo, Florida. It started as the Chalupa Laboratory for research, underwater research. It is the first and only underwater hotel where scuba diving is the only way to get to your room.
That's dope, man.
Or you just hold your nose and just.
Right. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think that's cool as shit.
We need more towels.
Like basically what it is like right here is the wet room.
Gotcha.
Can you blow that up a little bit more?
Not really.
Oh, no, okay, never mind. Then.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
But yeah, like right here is the wet room where you kind of enter, and then all the water gets sucked out and shit like that, and then you actually go into the room itself.
Doesn't look very big.
I
mean, is that like to scale? I mean, is that the real size?
Hang on.
Not prepared. I don't like it. You're fired.
Well, I mean, because the other ones were kind of weird.
Okay. There you go. Well, that's freaking cool.
See, like this is the actual room itself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying, man.
And you hear like the water while you're sleeping. That'd be awesome.
Not to mention, I mean, you can see all the fish and stuff, and
yeah, that's cool. Of course, I'd be like sleeping with one eye open, waiting for Jaws to come through the window.
Well, either that or like
right.
like some kind of leak or something.
Take her.
Yeah, I think this is one of the wet rooms where you come up here, but the room itself is like pressurized, so the water doesn't.
Yeah, so it doesn't go up. Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So my next one is called Thor's Well. It is in Yachas, Oregon. It's also known as the Drain Pipe of the Pacific. It is said to be about 20 feet deep, but that's like an approximate. And according to some researchers, it probably started as a underwater sea cave.
Oh.
Huh?
Say a toilet. Hey guys, I bet you get this rock.
But it probably started as like an underground sea cave dug out by the waves, and then eventually the roof kind of caved in.
Yep.
And
cool.
Created what you see there. People say the best time to visit is 1 hour before high tide, because that's before the water really starts pouring into it. And then you can actually observe it fill up. The area around it is actually extremely dangerous because there's high swells and big sprays and stuff like that have actually been known to sweep people out to sea.
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, that would be scary as shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's see. Yeah, my next one is the Ben and Jerry's Flavor Graveyard in Waterbury, Vermont.
I mean, who the hell would want to see this? I mean, like, yo, honey, we have to go see the ice cream graveyard before I die.
It would be interesting to see what flavors they killed off.
Right. I could just look it up online. Why do we need to go there?
I know, but I mean, if you're goddamn this fucking thing. If you're like an ice cream aficionado or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it would be fun. But
they got rid of Chunky Monkey.
But Ben and Jerry's was founded back in 1978 in Vermont. Throughout its history, there's been a lot of flavors that have come and gone. This is where the discontinued flavors go to rest. Each flavor has a tombstone with information about it and the years that it was active. Some of the flavors that are there are peanut butter and jelly, aloha macadamia, and fossil fuel.
So what do they have, like a 21 scoop salute or something?
That's a good one.
Sir, mine's melted.
That was a damn good one.
Thank you. Just all right.
And then my last one is the UFO watchtower.
I saw that one.
In Center, Colorado.
It just looks like someone threw all the trash into the parking lot.
Yes.
Well, what it is it's actually like they're supposed to be like, you know, like alien themed objects all around.
That's a
like,
hubcap. How's that?
Yeah, I know.
That's a Ford.
But in other pictures, they have like, you know, like little statue of aliens and shit like that. It's an elevated observation deck at the UFO hotspot, or at a UFO hotspot in Colorado, positioned in the middle of the San Luis Valley, far away from any light pollution. It's also a campground for overnight stays. And apparently it's actually quite a hot spot for UFO activity. So
cool.
Yeah. I figured maybe one day
I might stop by for 2 seconds ago. Oh, okay. I saw it. I'm out of here.
But yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Was all you got, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's remove you. And I'm going to share. I'm going to go next. We'll save digging for last because it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. I joke.
It's a funny.
Okay. Now, guys, do you like Jesus?
He's all right.
Your salvation.
He's
Salvation Mountain in Inland, California. The simulated in the remote desert of Southern California lies one of America's most unique roadside shithole. Oh, I just added that. Tracks at Salvation Mountain. The labor of love comes from Leonard Knight, a local. Oh, see, I always lose my place. Wanted to create something that showcase his devotion to his faith, and not only he only could give joy. The mountain, located off a route Highway 111, about 80 miles southeast of Palm Springs. Yeah. Oh, guys, fun fact. Did you know there's 4 million miles of street in America alone?
4 million miles?
4 million miles worth of street.
I did hear an interesting statistic that there was like only 1% of the earth is paved.
Really?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense.
Like farmland and
Like
stuff.
1% of the earth is paved. I said,
well, I mean, you got to figure, you know, a road is only, you know,
that as wide as my wiener.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. if you
like
it's like
a tuna can. No.
Yeah. If you like cars and like to be bored, this is for you.
Yeah.
Carhenge. It's Nebraska.
Yep.
It basically, as you can see, you guys can see that, right? Because I can't tell what you guys.
It's like Stonehenge with cars,
basically. I'm going to see if there's any information that's like relevant. It's not really giving her. I was trying to see if they were just painted or something like that. It looked like they're just painted.
Yeah.
Gray or
well,
whatever.
yeah, it's supposed to like mimic Stonehenge in England.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't you guys have something like that? Reptile Land? I always pass it on the way to North Carolina.
What I found out is there's the shoe house, which is real. It looks like a shoe. That's in York, which isn't far from us at all. Pretty wild.
I'm just going through. So, this one I won. The last one I won to. Do you guys like to sit on a toilet? It's a toilet. Barney Smith's Toilet Seat Art Museum.
Yeah.
If you like to shit and like shit, this place is for you guys. As you can see, you know, guys got tons of toilet seats. I actually have a picture I put on here. The guy.
If you gotta, you know, trying to figure out something to do with it.
I don't know, like if he makes them or if he just collects them. I don't know. But that's him, and that's his museum. There's a lot more to show.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit.
We'll have to revisit this one. All right, we're gonna go up to Diggy next. Oh yeah, by the way, your intros were going to be you like to wrestle a pig, Ben, and Diggs likes to eat more than a goat.
Look
Yeah,
how nice.
goat's eyes always freak me out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they are weird looking.
They're like
Okay.
square.
So, and my little 3 funny places were one, Bubblegum Alley.
I saw
didn't see
that.
that
That's
one.
fucking gross.
Yeah, dude. Though there are bubblegum walls in several locations across the U.S., the Bubblegum Alley in San Luis Obispo, California, stands 65 feet long, 15 feet high, and has been
Damn.
covered in chewing gum for years.
Jesus.
I guess you just walk through there, and when the local business association attempted to have it cleaned in 1990s, they were refused, and the alley was left in all its gum-filled glory.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking scraping that bullshit off of there.
I'd be like, I ain't touching this.
Right.
I mean, what do
Get
you
like
do? At this point, you just flamethrower through there. Fucking
Right. I was gonna say like a high pressure washer or something.
You'd have to, yeah.
Second one, this one was pretty cool. I like one of the places I would definitely go. It's called the Mystery Spot.
Oh yeah.
And it's
What's the what? The G spot on the girl, right?
yeah. But it's in Santa Cruz, California. And just okay, so the explanation the explanation on Wikipedia says the Mystery Spot is a gravity hill, tilt-induced visual illusion. The illusion experienced by visitors results from the oddly tilted environment.
Can you
as
click
well
on
as-
that picture so you can see it better?
Yeah.
There you go.
So basically,
What?
everything looks normal, but everything's
crooked.
tilted. So
Ah,
everything's built to look like an illusion, so that
gotcha.
you can stand on shit and you're actually perfectly.
Oh, that's cheesy.
What's
Well,
cheap?
because I mean,
You
if
do
it's
the
actually
Titanic
if it's built like that, I mean, if it was like a natural phenomenon, like there's some parts in the world where the magnetic
Why
pole.
must you kill all our joy?
Well, I mean, everybody's got to have a hobby.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
But I mean, like there's
Fantastic.
there's some places where like a compass won't work and shit. And
Right. I know what you mean. It'd be trippy to walk through there and be like,
Yeah.
I'm standing straight and everything's crooked. It'd be like a major mind fuck. Okay, the last one I thought I would share is the Museum of Bad Art.
That's what it is.
So the Museum of Bad Art, like its name suggests, is dedicated to showcasing art of questionable value. The MOBA, as is short, has various locations throughout Massachusetts and a collection of around 600 pieces, though 50 to 70 are shown in exhibits at a time. They range from really bad pictures of Kennedy eating ice cream to a cat daydreaming of a dog.
Okay.
Is that the only picture they got?
No Bob Ross paint jobs would be in there. The guy with the fro. It's like,
All right.
Dude,
A little tree right here.
he was amazing. Bob Ross is my hero.
you got to see his
Happy cloud.
you got to see his documentary on Netflix of like how like the underground shit was. His family was like trying to sell his paintings. It's fucking crazy. It's not like a good like happy story. Like
Right.
It's fucking crazy.
People
shit.
cutting throats.
Yeah.
This shit. It's
That
like
guy
the
with a
Tiger
fro.
King.
Yeah.
Goddamn Carol Bassett.
Is that the only picture they have up?
That's the only one I found. I'm sure I could Google it real quick. Museum of Bad Art and
I just
another one. Let's try it.
yeah. If we got a couple,
Everything's for Ben. No
Museum
problem.
of
King of Versailles.
Bad Art. Oh, I spelled museum. But yeah, here
still
we go.
came up.
We got some.
I got me education.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, those are horrible.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can. No, well, no, I can't. No.
This guy looks like the fucking the. Oh my god.
Can you guys do that? Look at this. Oh my God.
It looks like the abominable snowman every year in that Christmas story. Where
right.
Oh man. But
That one looks like a shitty Mona Lisa.
yeah, I mean, this is just you got
Almost like a dude.
you got rabbits with tits and
Oh wow. Yeah, that's.
I guess this is Michael Jackson.
I can see it.
Like it's like
Kinda.
a third person's holding the mic,
Right?
Something. It doesn't look.
I
right.
actually thought it was a cigar, but
Dude, it might be. I might be way wrong. See, it's all about like this is one of Ben's favorite things, clowns.
Ooh.
Yeah, just really bad art, I guess.
That's funny.
All right. Well,
This
Get
is
out of here.
Medusa.
putting. I don't
There
know,
you go.
something weird.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Very cool.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
dude. When I was researching that though, there's a ton of fucking places just in our country alone, man.
Yeah, there was just too much to go over. Because we were running late on time. I didn't get to more that I wanted to, so we may have to do a revisit someday.
yeah,
So.
we were venting a little.
Yeah, oh yeah, we were
Sal said,
venting a
"Holla at
little
me."
bit.
I'm sure she'll talk.
Yeah, but yeah, Sal's if she wants to come on, let her know. I mean, we'll send her the link, and if she wants to do on camera. If not, she can just I don't know, go in a chat. Even though it's
Message.
kind of
Yeah.
kind of difficult to do because there's a delay.
Yeah.
Actually, there's another place called Fall Creek Falls in Tennessee that is absolutely gorgeous. No, it might be Kentucky. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, I used to go there when I lived in Tennessee.
That's gonna be our topic for today.
Kind of.
He's like doing a robot over. I had no idea what song I was going to put for that. I was like, this sounds appropriate. This is fucking weird. Do you want to do like a quick 2 little minute amendments, or do you want to move
Yeah.
on? Okay. All right, we're gonna do Ben's amendments. You want to go to war?
I know.
All right, folks. So today I've got the Third Amendment, and it states no soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in a time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. So just a little bit of a little bit of history on this. Revolutionary War times, the British were actually housed in colonial houses instead of having, tents or barracks built for themselves. They were actually quartered in colonists' houses.
Right.
So, when the founding fathers were writing up the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, they made sure to put this in that way, if it comes down to it, because back then a soldier basically just had they pull up to a house and say, hey, I'm staying here, whether you like it or not, I'm staying here.
You can stay here, but you ain't getting no cornbread.
Right.
Squatter.
Cornbread.
So basically, I mean, that's in a nutshell what it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I
Says,
actually didn't know that one.
Yeah, it says the Third Amendment. A Third Amendment forbids the forcible housing of military personnel in a citizen's home during peacetime, and requires the process to be prescribed by law in times of war. This amendment is not considered controversial, as has never been legitimate before in the United States Supreme Court.
Nope.
Again, revolutionary times or Revolutionary War times was pre-Supreme Court, so it's never come up after that.
No, we've never had a civil war in the United States in the last
100 some years.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, but
All right, that's
Soon,
know
soon
your
we might.
amendments.
Really, right?
yeah. You never know the way things are going.
Like, look here, bitch. I'm staying here tonight.
All right,
My
that's gonna
12
be-
gauge says otherwise.
Yeah. Jack Sparrow every time I hear that.
So do I.
Arr, matey.
All right, we're gonna do our final thoughts.
I can't get over that fucking bird. Oh my god. Anyway,
Oh man.
It'd be funnier if he was like a real bird. He's like,
yeah.
pecking out.
Should do another one where it's like
All right, Ben, we'll start off with you.
all right, folks, beating a dead horse, man. Do your damn research. All right.
And the final thought. Good night.
Again, man, it's just with the way our country is going, man. For the longest time, I was not a fan of politics. I did not follow politics. I didn't even fucking vote.
Nope.
But as I get older, I start realizing that this stuff is important. And the reason why our country is in the way, or, where it's going right now, is because of people like me or people like I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit, so they don't bother. Right. They're like, oh, it doesn't affect me. Guess what? It does, because shit fucking trickles downhill, man.
Yeah.
And if you do not get out and do your part by, first and foremost, doing your damn research to figure out what you actually believe in, you can't make a difference. So,
well said.
My next one is, if you want to do something for the veteran community, go check out Molly Whoppers and the Misfits Veterans Outreach. 22 veterans a day take their lives, and it's horrible, man. It really is. And these guys are trying to get enough money together, enough donations together to where they can basically outfit a school bus into a travel camper. Be able to take veterans out on weekend trips, fishing, hunting, well, maybe not hunting, but fishing, camping, concerts, or whatever, even if it's just sitting by a fire for the weekend. But
with the hooker.
Hey, you never know, man.
It's not there.
But eventually they want to be able to branch out into other states. As of right now, I actually need to get an update from them. But, if you want to do something, go check them out. Molly Whoppers and the Misfits Veterans Outreach. They have a Facebook. I post them on our site all the time. They also have a GoFundMe. They're also looking for volunteers to be able to chaperone, drive, that type of stuff. I'll actually be doing one of their first trips out whenever they get the bus finished up to kind of, give them pointers here and there. But yeah, they're doing good stuff, man. Go check them out. Molly Whoppers and Misfits Veterans Outreach.
Good stuff. All right, Diggy.
As always, veteran suicide number 800-273-8255. I know it by heart because I've done it so many times. Stop committing suicide. Especially now, we need more people.
Yeah, no kidding.
We
need you guys.
Whatever you're going through, you're not alone.
That's for sure.
And this goes for anybody, not just veterans. I mean, anybody. I think at this day and age, those quote unquote weak-minded might see that as an outlet because there's just so much being dumped on us.
Right.
And you think they do it in like surges. They don't seem to care. They're just day after day. Like, what can we do next? What can we do next? So you're not alone. We need you. In case shit goes shit is going to go south.
It's already south.
Yeah.
In case, shit goes south,
even more,
use that anger, use that rage, use whatever, for a great cause.
Take our country back.
Yeah. And other than that, yeah, like Ben said, always do your research. Like, I've been places where I've talked to just people that, Trump's not even in office anymore, and they're still like,
right.
Like, why are you on Trump's thing? He's not in office anymore.
I'm like, bro, like, buckle up, because I'm about to mind fuck you. And so, yeah, this woman I talked to was like, I try and talk to like 1 to 3 people a day about like what's really going on. People that are like more liberal, more like whatever. And she's like, most times it doesn't work. Sometimes it does.
Because most of them are brainwashed.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Sorry, indoctrinated.
It's truly sad. It really is. Like I've lost legitimate friendships over
this shit.
The whole thing, the whole like election, because people will just watch the wrong news source because that's all they know.
Well, I will say, truth is going to come out eventually. I was hoping it would come out last year, but it's slowly coming out more now than it was last year. So
unfortunately,
we'll see how it's a slow process,
but other than that, I'm good. You know, living life, YOLO. Oh my God.
For me, I'm going to piggyback off what kind of what Ben was saying, about, he had made a little video about getting involved and, get involved in your school boards, your local government. I know it's easy to say other than do it, but if you want change, it starts here, guys. It starts in your neighborhoods and, it starts in your community. Like start a Facebook group, try to get your people that are around you to help support you, or find someone that you think that would be a good candidate if you don't want to do it, if you're shy. I'm actually trying to think of a way for myself. I mean, right now I don't have kids in school, so it doesn't really affect me that much, but I know it affects other parents, and I can understand their frustration with the mask mandates.
Oh, yeah.
The V stuff that's going on and all the other stuff that's coming down. I was kind of jokingly saying to my cousin in Florida, Joan, hey, what's up, Joan? That we need to bring back the community of safety.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Basically, they were just local people that when shit got out of hand, they're like, hey, Bob, get your gun. We're going like Bob.
Yeah.
Right.
There's Mel, get your gun. We're going. We're going to go take care of this. And if their government got out of hand, the locals, they basically police themselves.
Yeah. That's
so, and that's the way it should be. We shouldn't have government should be gone. Like I'm like joking. Government should be abolished. We don't need them.
No,
they're fucking with people's lives. Their monetary safety. They're fucking with the economy. They don't need to be around.
No.
Again, the federal government
interest.
Exactly.
And that's
the federal government was only there for emergencies.
Right. They need to be gone.
Right.
And so that's going to be my final thing. My final thought is going to be, hey guys, please hit the subscribe button, share it. Like I said, go on Rumble if our channel just somehow goes bye-bye, which you could. That Ben said the V word a couple of times. They're really cracking down on censorship like crazy. I've seen. I mean, I can't even joke about anything anymore without saying, "Oh, this is partly false." I'm like, it's a joke, you idiot. Like,
right?
Hell. So, all right, guys. Next week, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll be here on Saturday around 7-ish.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, say goodbye to the fans. We will see you sometime next week.
Love you, America.
See ya. Peace.